Vikings versus Colts in a must-win game. This is for the season. It is imperative that they use this game as an opportunity to build themselves up and get their season back on track, as this video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. I am on the edge of going over to the dark side if they find a way to lose this game, whereas I just simply accept what OG Vikings fans have been telling me for years and years. Hey, dude, don't let the sugar rush high of happiness get the best of you, because when you least expect it, it will all come tumbling down. This team will find a way, come hell or high water, to piss you off. The Vikings, they need to win this game for my own sanity. And for the Vikings to win this game, it's very simple. Embrace who you are while also recognizing the new information that you have received about yourself as a football team moving forward. Forget everything you game planned for coming into this season. Embrace who you are, strengths and flaws. Before I got married, in the dating scene, I recognized I'm athletic, but I'm not really good at sports. I'm black, but I can't dance. But what I can do on occasion is make people laugh. So that's what I did. Shout out to my wife. For the Vikings defense, it's front seven or bust. The Colts are 11th in rushing. The last two games, Minnesota has given up a combined 251 yards on the ground. Jonathan Taylor averaging 5 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns on the year. So far this season, he's had just one bad game. The Vikings defense needs to ensure, in particular the front seven, they need to ensure that this is going to be his second bad game of the year. But it's going to be tough. They have what I would argue is the second best offensive line in the league after Detroit, number one. The latest injury report has 3 of their starters on the O-line DNP. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Blake Cashman, we need you in this one, big dog. KOC says he's hopeful that Cashman is going to be available and ready to go versus Indianapolis on Sunday night. But the latest injury report has him as a DNP. So not looking great. Again, we have to go back to Ivan Pace Jr. and Kamu Grugier-Hill to save the day. Get after it. Be physical. Beat the hell out of this team as best as you can. Joe Flacco, so far this year, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's going to be QB1. He gives the Colts the best chance to win. Their top 2 receivers, talk about the Colts dealing with injuries, not just on their offensive line, but their top 2 receivers, Michael Pittman Jr. and Josh Downs, latest injury report, also a DNP. The pass rush needs a revival. Get Flacco uncomfortable, because if you can't get Flacco uncomfortable, that means you're relying on the secondary to make things happen. And we know that's not going to be the case. It's this pass rush. It's this front seven. It's this interior defensive line that's going to have to generate pressure to get Flacco throwing errant passes or have his timing off for the secondary to make plays. Because if there's no pressure there, this defense, the secondary, in particular the corners, we know what it is. They can't play man corner. They are going to, for the rest of this year, zone their way in coverage. Don't let Flacco come into your house, roll up at US Bank Stadium, and the crowd's going to be super energetic. They're going to be loud as hell. Don't let Joe Flacco roll up into your building and shut this crowd up. The defense needs a rebirth, and it starts with that front seven. We're going to get to the Vikings offense, but first, sign up for BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. Get a 150% bonus on your first deposit and a 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. Just use the promo code YouTube150. The Colts are 6-point underdogs, and while I do believe that the Vikings will get this win, I also believe that the Colts will cover the 6-point spread. This is going to be an uncomfortably close game. The way that the Vikings have played the last two contests? How can you expect? Normally, before the last two games, I would expect the Vikings to win this matchup against Indianapolis by 2 scores at least, but I think it's going to be super close. Give me the Colts to cover the spread while the Vikings end up getting the win. And sticking with the theme of this being hopefully a get back game, resetting yourselves for a positive trajectory the rest of 2024, the Colts have a bottom 5 defense, 30th against the run. Aaron Jones, we need the Aaron Jones show. Do to the Colts what hopefully the Vikings will not allow Jonathan Taylor to do against the Vikings defense. I'm talking at least 100 yards and a score. We need that from you. Sam Darnold, take what the defense gives you. Don't force it. TJ Hockenson is going to be back. KOC says that he's not going to be on a snap count. All systems go. Okay, that means you have 4 legit big-time threats in the passing game. That is Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hockenson, and also Aaron Jones on the outside. You've got plenty of help, and I would also include the offensive line, albeit with Christian Darrisaw down. I think Cam Robinson is a decent replacement at left tackle. You should have a decent pocket in this game against the Colts Sunday night. Don't force it. KLC, don't be goofy. I'm going to keep repeating that as one of the keys in this matchup until you're no longer goofy with your offensive play calling. Get this season back on track. I'm going to say, oh God, this is for all the marbles. This is for the season. This is hopefully they win this game. If not, I'm going to lose it. But I'm going to say the Vikings win this game. It's going to be close. 24-23. The live stream watch party for this game is going to be obviously Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, shout out to the folks at BetUS Sportsbook and Casino. We'll see you then.